In this video, we are going to learn how to perform arithmetic operation and report the final value of the input variable. Hello, I'm Jagan from growwithdata. I'm posting this video to share my knowledge in Python language with you. If this assists you in your interview preparation in any ways, I will be happy. I have created a playlist, Python interview questions 51 to 100, and I will be tagging this video to that playlist. Now let's see the sample input data and we will talk about the question in detail. So we are given an array of symbols with x and minus or plus, the preceding or succeeding the x. So there is a programming language with only those four operations and one variable x. So if you say x with plus before or after, that means you have to get the value, increment the value of x by 1. If it's going to be minus x or x minus minus, then you decrement the value of the variable x by 1. So initially you take the value of x as 0. So if you have this, then first x is going to be 0, x is going to be 0, then it's minus minus x, right? So that's going to make 0 minus 1 equal to minus 1. The next one is x plus plus. So that is going to make minus 1 plus 1 equal to 0. The next one is x plus plus. So this one will make 0 plus 1 equal to 1. So the output is going to be 1. The same way, if the input variable is going to be something like, let's take another variable which has all three as positive x. Now x is going to be 0. If it's plus plus x, that means 0 plus 1 equal to 1. Next one is plus plus x, which is going to be 1 plus 1 equal to 2. The next one is x plus plus, which is going to be 2 plus 1 equal to 3. So the output is going to be 3. Now, how to do that in a program? Let's start with our normal looping logic. Let's take this as the input variable, operations. Okay. So we start with the function, the growwithdata, and operations. So first you assign a variable result as 0 and you start with the loop for every element in the operations. So you have to check if that value, the element, is equal to minus minus x, right? If that is the symbol, then you just say result equal to result minus 1. Else it's going to be increment, result plus equal to 1. So once the loop is done, you return the result. If you do that and call the function, operation, spelling mistake, operations, so you get 1. So this is what we get here, right? But if you have the variable which is different, let's try this variable, which is going to be plus 1 plus 1 minus 1 minus 1. It's supposed to be 0, right? So if you do this, you get 2, because we are considering only minus minus x. But what we are saying is it can be in the preceding or succeeding part, right? So we are considering only one case. So you have to extend this condition. This or that element val equal to x minus minus. If any of this case, if it's going to minus minus x or x minus minus, if any of this case comes, you just do result minus 1. If not, you do result plus 1. When you run this, you get 0 for this. So these 2 are positive and 2 are negative, make it neutral as 0. If you want to have more test cases, then you can use the assert function and you try this. So you got 3 different cases and all are passed. This is a very simple for loop. Only thing is you have to know how to handle the positive and negative part. You can simply say plus plus x and then you have to change the result as plus 1 and minus 1. Okay, so you just take care of what you have to do. The same way, instead of doing a or condition, we can do a different approach. Let's take the same function and go with the approach 2. Instead of saying or, we just say val in. We are going to say first is minus minus x and the second one is x minus minus. If any of this happens, right? If the value is in any of these, then you do minus, if not plus. Even this works the value in, not on. So the value in the minus x or x minus, then you do negative or positive. Even this works. So instead of saying in, we can just have another format which is going to be much simpler than this. You just say if this minus minus exists in the val, right? You don't have to look for whether it's the preceding or succeeding, front or back, right? You simply say if there is minus minus in the element, then you do the minus part or you do the plus part. Even this will work, right? Fine. So the next one, instead of saying this if condition and for loops, we are going to use a inbuilt function. So there is an inbuilt function called count. So count, what will do is, if you have a variable like this, right? If you say a equal to this variable, a dot count, if you want to find any special characters like minus minus x, right? If you just do that, it will just show you how many minus minus x is x in the variable a. If you say x plus plus, there is going to be 2, this one and this. If you want to say x minus minus, it's going to be 0 because this doesn't exist. So instead of going for this loop, what I'm going to say is, first you just say the negative part, which is equal to the input variable operations dot, you count how many is going to be minus minus x, and you just say the operator dot count, which is going to be x minus minus. So you get both the options, count minus minus x and count x minus minus, that is 1. And you just say positive part, same thing but different sign. You say plus plus x or x plus plus. You don't need this. So now we have the negative and you have the positive sum. Now if you have the difference of positive minus negative, it's going to show you the same result, right? You get all the test cases pass. So instead of going for the loop, you can simply use the count inbuilt function. But whenever you do the for and if condition, most of the time it's very easy to do that in a list comprehension. So how to do that in a list comprehension? Let's take the same code here and we go. So now you start with the for loop, right? So we just say result equal to, we just have a list and we say for the val in operation, there is a if condition, if this is minus, right? So minus can be in the first one or it can be in the last one. So if it's like, go with this, a equal to minus minus x, right? A of 0 will show you minus. If it's going to be a equal to x minus minus, then if I say a minus 1, this will show you minus. So first you have to check a of 0. If it's last, you check a of minus 1. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say if the element, right, the val, whatever the for loop, I say if the val of 0 equal to the minus, or we just go to plus. We always try with the minus, right? We go to the plus. So if val of 0 equal to plus, or the val of minus 1 equal to plus, right? You will check whether the first element is going to be plus or the last element is going to be plus. Then you just say give 1. If not, else minus 1. So let's do this as a separate one. We just have this, and the operator can be, you can try this. Okay. So let the operator be this, and then run it. So what happens? If you say minus minus x, that means the else will work. Sorry, plus and plus, then it's 1. If not, minus 1. Oh, operations. Okay. We haven't assigned this yet. Operations equal to. So minus minus x is going to be minus 1. If it's x plus plus, then it's going to be plus 1. So if I have 3, then the minus will have minus 1, the plus will have plus 1. If I just say sum of this array, it will give me the total sum. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to have the list comprehension, and then I will just say sum of this. I don't need to have all this, and return the result. As I always say, you don't have to have a variable and assign it. You can directly give it in a result part of it. So instead of having multiple lines, you can simply go with one single line with a list comprehension approach. The main thing is you need to have the for loop. If only one if condition, it goes at the end. But if it's else statement, then you need to have if this condition, then the answer is going to be here, else the minus 1. You need to have that format remembered. Okay, if you want to see all this code, then you have to go to growwithdata YouTube channel. This is going to be in Python interview questions 51 to 100. If you want to see a Tamil version of it, this Tamil Python interview 51 to 100. If you go to this video, in this video, so you go into the description part, you have a GitHub link, it will take you to the code base. Hope I saved this one. Let me check. Let me check the GitHub part. Where is my GitHub? Okay, let me save this, and you can see the code in the code base. So this one is the 71st, right? So let's refresh, and 71 is here. You can see the code. So you have the or condition, and you have the in condition, and the third one we used the in function, right? Okay, so minus part, and fourth one is the count part, and fifth one is the list comprehension. So all this code are here. You can use this, and if you want to join the WhatsApp channel, there is a link here. You can join Growth Data WhatsApp channel. Hope you like this video, and thanks for watching.